Good afternoon. Today, Saturday, and in fact, 29th of June, and this is also a bright, hot afternoon. In fact, earlier on, I have done one navigation video for how to use the estateagentexam.com website. Today, I'm doing another Navigation2 presentation so that it can be a support for the earlier video in case there are still some areas which requires further smaller part explanations. So let us drill into the presentation, and I have to inform that this presentation is in orange color, so I hope you are okay with this color background. Anyway, the main purpose for this navigation tool is in the way to make sure all the available tools and functions of the website can be easily available and easily used by users or subscribers to my estateagentexam.com website. Let's begin with the main part, which is, as you can see, as in join us, I have also put in the account number and also the company name for any channel of payment, which is to be transparent, to be audited end of the year. So this is official sole proprietorship company established to manage all the activities of estateagentexam.com and the other two websites which are actually seen in other videos. One is justletakproperty.com and another one contracttoyou.com. So the layout of the menu bar on the top, as you can see from the left, is home, and you can pull down from home button, and you have a lot of other subsection which includes slide, the Google slide page, video, all the video presentation page, also the strategy of how to tackle this exam, and then subsequently to the right hand side of the top menu you will see join us, log in, frequently asked questions, about us, TPC part 1, part 2, MEAS, which is Malaysian Estate Agency Standard, and syllabi, and also links. So on the left bar, which you can see a summary of the number of posts available in this website, 1,457 posts, and each post is in fact one question answer. So of course the number of past year questions from 2011 to 2018, which constitute almost 600 over questions. So half of the questions are past years and half are my own design question answers. Let us go in for the navigation proper of this page. The subscription site is basically inevitable way of moving forward, because blogger.com, which is the blogspot.com, maximum support was 100 subscriber. So I have exceeded 100 subscriber a year ago, and therefore I had to move to another better support site, which is managed by WordPress platform. So this platform enables me to install a subscription-based management, membership subscription-based management, because subscription to server, subscription to using the online hosting of this server requires yearly payment, and the recurring cost is in US dollar, and it requires me to sustain this payment year in, year out. And I have also objective of moving forward in future development, so therefore managing this website requires sustainability to further cost payment, and therefore sustainability of a business model is required to enable me to continue making improvement to this website. In fact, more work will be done to improve the platform for e-learning, and e-learning is in fact one of the indispensable tools in the future for adult learning. And I have of course make videos on adult learning with the online e-learning portal in other video presentations. How much does it cost to subscribe to my estateagentexam.com website? This is an interesting and also pertinent question by a lot who are in doubt of asking. Paying to you would have to be cheaper because this is a website and it's not a teacher teaching over a class. Therefore, expecting it to be cheaper, how much cheaper can it be? So the payment for the fees for part 1 is 5 out of 6 subjects at 600 ringgit for a year subscription. As in now, many of subscribers actually moving forward to second attempt, and I have not increased charges. So in fact, some of the students pay for renewal fee. Some actually requested for leniency in order to continue subscription with a limited maybe per subject that has to be re-attempt in the subsequent year. So I am fully supporting those efforts to continue studying. So as far as further subscription in the subsequent years, I would be very lenient to enable any students and candidate to have the benefit of continuing the website. 6 out of 6 subjects in the part 2 is on 800 ringgit a year subscription, and the total of part 1 and part 2 have a discount of 400, which is by right 1,600, because part 1 did not include the accounting subject. So if including the accounting subject, part 1 should be 800 ringgit, part 2 800 ringgit, so it should be 1,600 ringgit for part 1 and part 2. For the full part 1, part 2 subscription, I would give a discount of 400, which means it is only 1,200 ringgit. What do you get in the subscription? That is a good question, in fact an important question. We have 2011 to 2018 the past year question and my suggested answers. These answers are not model answers. This I need to further elaborate. The reason is the board of valuers, appraisers, estate agents and property managers in Malaysia conducts this diploma as a diploma equivalent to local institutions, with many of their lecturers and markers, examiners coming from local universities. So these universities, as you all know, and probably many of you are alumni to some of the university, the lecturers changes over time, and due to difference in the marking, so some of the lecturers are not giving the model answers. So a lot of time the markers and the examiners do not provide standard model answer, because it is very subjective in certain way of marking, and in a way many of the public university in Malaysia do not give out question and answers. So therefore our exam, the diploma in estate agency examination, has never had any model answers. So the suggested answers are answers whereby each individual has worked on the past year questions and come up with the answers that over the time had been improved upon and provide certain scope and guidance for attempting the same scope of examination in the future sittings. So there are 1,457 posts as of today. That was June, early part of June. As many as 50% are new questions, which are my own design. Some of the questions are related to examination, but was smaller parts of subsection of examination. So I elaborated the questions into bigger questions, and therefore it enabled people, students, to have a broader scope to learn for the preparation of related questions. Future years will be added in as we move on. Year in, year out, there are board examinations, so we would definitely continue to future years, including answers that we will work on and improve on the earlier answers. Becoming a student for this diploma in estate agency, in fact, requires a person to attend the age of more than 17 years old by 1st of January for the year of examination. So for example, if you are year examination 2019, then by 1st of January 2019, the person should be 17 years old. So that means a person need to be 17 years old by the end of December the year before. So the year of sitting for the examination, a person is moving beyond 17 years old. So this examination usually taken by adults anyway, so a lot of adults are already beyond 17 years old. So I had a younger student who came from a second year university, so probably about 18, 19 years old. So moving forward to STPM and then sitting for this exam in around age of 20 years old. So the minimum requirement to be accepted as a student is with the SPM level passes, 5 passes. Within 5 passes has to be 3 credit passes, and one of the 3 credit passes need to be in the following subjects: credit in mathematics or science or accounts or commerce. And usually I have my experiences with some students who are not from the SPM mainstream. Some of them are from O-level or even the Chinese medium UEC classes. So these are subject to approval by the board. Always apply for the acceptance to be a student. So submit your application early, and the time of submission for registration for the year examination it starts around March and ends around end of April. So by 1st or 2nd of May, the registration deadline, there will be no more admission for the registration for examination for that year, and students usually go for the examination in July, mid of July or first week of August. So we had various timing for the reason that the majority of students are sitting in Klang Valley, and they need to secure a big venue hall, big examination hall to accommodate the candidates for the exam. So this is based on availability of the venue used, and usually the KL Klang Valley venue would be the main hall of INSPEN, Institute Penilaian Negara, which is situated at Bangi Kajang Precinct 14. How to log in? As you have signed in to my website, estateagentexam.com, there is a login button. So you actually need just to click that login button and fill in username and email address and click the login after you have checked the reCAPTCHA. The reCAPTCHA is a method of making sure security is there for screening some of those spam and attackers. Membership profile. So as you log in and you sign in, you can see your membership profile. Usually the membership would need you to fill in some of the key informations. You can choose not to fill in as long as you have a basic username, email address, and your own password. You actually is allowed to log in to the website, and you can actually edit your profile and name after signing in, and change the password as you of your preferred password. This system of registration, membership registration, is pretty simple and similar to many other online membership registration. So you would likely get an email for a link, and then click the link to go back to change whatever password that you have. You can reset password as you like. If you forgot your password, you just need to give the email address. A new link will be sent to your email, and therefore go back to change your password. Change your password. How to locate the question? So the most frequently used method would be going to the menu bar. Part 1 and part 2 pull down the menu, and you can click the subject and the year to view the question and answers. So that would be the easiest way to navigate. Of course, later on I will go through also the other pull down window at the right hand menu. So the right hand side menu has a pull down menu bar to allow you to also get a shortcut going to the same page that you are familiar with. You have in the example different links that is provided within the answer. So some of the questions are in fact cross link for purpose of learning a better way of linking those questions together, so that you can see the repeat of likelihood of questions. And in fact, in this diploma examination, there are repeat topics that always be a favorite for the examiners, and all this will be linked up from year after year. So looking at the same topic in the earlier years, you will tend to also compare the questions and the aspect of how a certain question can be asked in the different ways. So this is a key important feature for online learning compared to book learning, by the fact that you can in fact relate topics by topic, and also improve your understanding of topic being covered in a helicopter view. We have also provided the reference for individual question answer, and especially when there is external link, you can also choose to go for an external link to read further on the same topic of discussion. This is what I mentioned earlier about the side pull down menu, which gives you another mode of navigation. So this pull down and way classify some of the subjects under numbering system, nomenclature of if there are part 1 subjects, you will be start with 1.1 until 1.6. If it is part 2 paper, then it will be 2.1 to 2.6. So under this naming of classification, these are not past year questions. So the past year questions are given a different way of numbering, which is by the year and also by the paper code. So the paper for accounting is D01. D01 stands for diploma level, paper 01. And if it is 2.1, that is actually relates to level 2 or part 2 paper. 0.1 is land economics. So in the correct nomenclature of the board, it is called D07. So 07 is the number 7 paper in the numbering of both part 1 and part 2, which are 12 papers. So 01 is accounting, 02 is introduction to law, 03 is principles of economics, 04 is taxation, 05 is marketing, 06 is building technology 1, 07 is land economics, 08 is estate agency law, 09 is principle of valuation, 010 is laws relating to properties, and is 11, which is 10. After 10 is 11. There is no 01 again, so it's 11. 11 is real estate agency practice, and number 12 is building technology 2. The search function can be found on the top right hand side, which is actually a search bar. You can type any keywords in the search and click for the search, which the website will arrive at all the postings containing that keyword. So this is a feature that you cannot get in textbook paper book style, because it's electronically run search of keyword for all the content inside the website and present to you in a orderly manner. So you can search any word in this search bar, and also use this method to search keywords which you can see if they are indicative of high chance of repeat questions. What others have said about this website is it is simple and easy to use. Simple questions are linked together for similarities. Similar questions linked together also gives a certain prediction of likelihood of similar question in the future. So this is important for the strategy to tackle the questions which are commonly asked. In fact, in certain subjects, there will be always key question on 1 or 2 topics, and if you can answer those topics well, you will improve your chance of passing that paper. Each search can actually find repeat topics, which is important, and also I have highlighted important as a method to look into repeat and high chance predictable questions. So to answer those questions well would have a better chance of passing the paper. And I like to stress on one single element here. Question can be pretty similar or repeated of the same topic. However, answering to a common level would not ensure a pass. And that is the reason why some people in fact fail after they have been very confident of writing sufficiently good amount of answers. The reason being, markers are not just marking your script. Markers are marking many scripts, and there are of course other answers which are much better written. Although the content of the answers could be pretty near to each other, owing to the reason that question and topics are common topics and repeatedly asked, pretty similar in the previous examinations, the approach of answer, applicability of the examples, and also the depth of discussion in a certain way would influence the examiner to better scripts than just me too similar level of repeat answers. So definitely you should not view that repeat topics as being an easy pass. However, there is a high chance if you were to answer them in a more outstanding manner. So there are links and citations being provided in the website, and definitely allows more reading if you have more time, and some so-called smaller areas and smaller pieces of outside informations may add to your answers being more distinctively original of your own. Well, just to mention that there are also good testimonial given by previous users of this website, and one of them is actually also a very smart student who passed 6/6 in the Part 2 examination on self-study. So it is good and encouraging to see that there are in fact people who actually pass the exam on their self-effort, self-study effort, and now it becomes an encouragement for you and for everyone to look into online e-learning as a mode of preparing for this examination. There are reading lists which is given also in the website. Of course, the given reading list is based on own experience. However, so the board has its recommended reading list, and which are also being shared, and you can buy that reading list as you register for the examination. So the reading list I have provided are those which I find useful and easy to obtain in a local bookstore, and it's not that expensive. Also, some of the books are in fact quite commonly used also in the undergraduate studies in university and colleges. So the main purpose of this reading list is to guide the students to skip unnecessary textbooks. It's very wide scope of reading, especially if you are getting books like economics and marketing. They are in fact master level books which are not required in fact for this examination. In fact, the good and bad about this examination points to the maturity of a candidate in writing in the examination hall. So some students who are very smart, in fact, did not study those huge textbooks, but then apply their knowledge in the correct manner, actually pass the exam. So study smart, study with strategy, and understand what you study. Do not just copy and regurgitate what you studied from the textbook. So there is another reason why this website is been designed, that is to provide a one-stop center. One-stop center for studying for the exam, because there is so far no such resource center in Malaysia that is targeted for this particular diploma in estate agency. In fact, there are many books around for the same purpose, for general undergraduate study, for maybe marketing, economics, commerce, accounting, but then there is no one single source that you can get and cater all the related subjects in the estate agency study. Like in case you probably get land law books in the law undergraduate center, but you probably do not get valuation studies books from a technical bookstore, because they do not have students doing land survey. So these are reasons that sometimes you need to go for a few places to be able to get books and resources. To go to a single center to achieve that is a bit difficult. Example, for the topic or subject of taxation. So in our diploma in estate agency, the taxation paper actually is not the similar taxation paper for accounting studies. So this taxation paper includes a lot more different types of rating and taxes that is involved in estate industry rather than commercial or personal individual tax. So therefore, getting it from one source is pretty difficult, especially not in the center where courses like this are offered. So part 1 and part 2 menu navigation is straightforward. You actually arrive at the past year question from 2011 to 2018 in a straight, easy pull down manner. The Malaysian Estate Agency Standard also 2018-2014 are provided as a pull down. You can actually see the differences highlighted in the 2018 over 2014. So you can see the changes that has been made over the 2014 standard now with the review new MES 2018. I have also included the TPC format, which is the test of professional competence after the exam, and if you qualify to be a probationary estate agent, you need to prepare for this TPC exam, which is an oral viva. So this oral examination would have a format to go through, and also I have included this into the website. So on the sidebar, you can navigate similarly to those area of past year questions, as well as extra on the extra questions which are numbered in the system or nomenclature of 1.1 to 2.6. Miscellaneous would include, in fact, for the law subject, the MIA business law questions, because MIA, Malaysian Institute of Accountant business law question in the old past years had a good model answer. So I have borrowed some of these model answers to be a reference point for our study in a similar area of law. So similar area in law here means law which are related to legal system, related to certain contract and also agency. So further readings on TPC questions can be obtained in other websites, especially the justletakproperty.com, which I have written over a year of short articles, short writings, and contracttouYou.com as well as justletak.com also contains some of my writing which may be related to estate agency practice and can be useful for preparing for the TPC exam. Thank you so much. Going for the exam is one thing, and on the bigger picture, you need to know your position, your vision and mission to do this, and to be focused, to be able to establish your difference in tackling the job in the future. Thank you so much. estateagentexam.com is available for online self-study of the Board of Valuer Expressor Estate Agent and Property Managers Diploma in Estate Agency exam. Thank you so much.